To Ronald Masinda now, who's actually on a metro rail. Now, Ronald, I don't know if you got the gist at all, or you heard part of that interview there with Mangoba. He was talking to some of the commuters on the Gautrain, and one of the key things for them, or the two commuters, was, of course, safety. Was very important to those two commuters. What are you finding when you look at some of the commuters that are jumping on, using metro rail throughout the country?
Well, good morning, Tony. Well, our trip from Langa to Cape Town has just ended. We left Langa station at around 8 a.m. this morning. We just arrived at Cape Town station, meaning that our trip lasted for well over an hour. This is a 12-kilometer journey, Tony, and much to the frustration of many people. One of them is Kanyiso Govane, a student who is rushing to college, but is also concerned, Tony, that this has been happening for a while. Kanyiso, just elaborate further.
Okay, I've been using the train for the past 6 months, roughly, and my experience with using the train has not been so good. I'm actually considering using another mode of transport. That would be a bus, though it has its own problems, but now I can't use a train anymore because I took a trip from Yesterblad. Normally this trip would take me at most 12 minutes. This trip has taken me 30 to 40 minutes to get to Cape Town. So it has impacted me because I can't get to college on time, and I even can't get to my appointments on time besides college. So I'm considering taking another mode of transport.
My colleague Tony Ndoro just alluded to a very important aspect, that is safety. We've been talking about it earlier on. Do you feel safe on the train?
I could say that I feel safe now that there are PRAS officials, which is the security personnel, and some of the SAPS members that from time to time you would see.
And just lastly, one of the other issues is when one moves to another mode of transport, like taxis, for example, there's quite a bit of congestion in terms of traffic. Is that not perhaps a deterrence for you?
Congestion is not the only deterrence with the taxis. Another problem with the taxis is that the people who operate the taxis are inconsiderate of us who are the commuters in terms of time, getting on time to where we need to get to. And sometimes there's the occurrence of violence that happens from nowhere, where our safety is most of the time at stake because innocent bystanders get shot, and a lot of things happen in the taxi industry.
All right, thank you so much, Kanyiso, for your time. We're going to be moving along, Tony, as we will accompany Kanyiso. But he alluded to a very important point in that there were also other issues within the taxi industry. Although taxis seem to be reliable as they tend to get on time, but quite a number of people are also afraid of being caught in the crossfire. There's been an escalation of taxi violence in the province in recent weeks. And also one of the issues on the ground with the taxi associations is that they don't seem to, get to terms in terms of negotiating with the issues of taxi routes and permits. And they've been at loggerheads since the beginning of the year, and plenty of blood has been spilled. But one of the issues here at trains has also been the issue of vandalism and the issue of cable theft, which has caused a lot of delays on the central line, especially, which is a central line that operates in areas such as Khayelitsha and Mitchells Plain. Those trains have now not been traveling there, and since the central line has reopened, the trains have only been stopping in Langa. So many people are saying that if trains should be reliable, they need to get on time so that more people can gain confidence in traveling by train.
Ronald Masinda, thank you so much there on Metro Rail in Cape Town. Let's stay with Metro Rail, but this time let's come to Johannesburg. Lindoko Sekulu is using Metro Rail and trying to see what's going on there this fine Monday morning.